TP Jagger here with the 3-Minute Writing Teacher. For today's writing tip, we're going to look at a simple visual framework that can help us understand how virtually all stories work. This framework is called the narrative arc. I remember being taught, and even teaching, that all stories have a beginning, middle, and end. I don't disagree with that, but a beginning, middle, and end aren't enough to make a story. Well, at least they're not enough to make a story anyone would want to read. Here's an example. I crawled out of bed and shuffled into the kitchen for breakfast. I ate a bowl of oatmeal. After emptying the dishwasher and doing a load of laundry, I worked on some plot revisions in one of my manuscripts. Then I spent most of the day working outside. After a late supper, I took a shower and went to bed. Hey, wake up! My story had a beginning, middle, and end, but it was the sort of story that only my dad would tell me was good, and he would be lying. You see, my story is missing those two important ingredients that can be found in everything, from a picture book to a novel. As I was taught, I start at the beginning and know that I'm moving through the middle toward the end. But with narrative arc, there's a key element that gives the middle of the story its meaning. I need a problem that can push the story forward. The bulk of the story then fits into the middle, which propels the reader toward the problem's resolution. Then I can wrap up my story's ending. Let's go back to my original story and create a more complete narrative arc.
First of all, my day may have started with getting out of bed, but my story doesn't have to. I'll begin at a point more likely to hook readers. As I shuffled into the kitchen for breakfast, the morning seemed ordinary enough. Then I noticed the alien practicing his backstroke in my oatmeal. This beginning has much greater promise. The readers don't yet know the problem, but the presence of an oatmeal swimming alien provides a hook to keep them reading. In this case, here's the problem that I'm going to move toward. The alien explained that what I'd always thought was just a red, flower-shaped birthmark above my belly button was actually a sign that I was the great Zingdoof, and I had until supper time to save his home planet from obliteration. The problem gives purpose to the heart of the narrative arc, the middle, which is where the bulk of my story is going to take place. Everything that happens here must help move from the problem toward the problem's resolution. The birthmark above my belly button glowed green and rose from my skin, expanding as it drifted skyward, unfolding like a massive flower-shaped umbrella. Within minutes, it enveloped the Zingdoofians' planet in a luminous green globe. They were safe for another 10,000 years. I can then move to my story's ending, which generally eases the reader down from the tension of the climactic resolution. It was supper time, and I was starving. I finished my breakfast. The oatmeal was cold, and it tasted faintly of dirty Zingdoofian feet. That's it. Narrative arc. As you write, use the framework to develop a plot that will hook your readers and propel them from the problem through the middle and on to the resolution and ending. I hope you've enjoyed this video from the 3-Minute Writing Teacher. Happy writing!